Most people don't know that Sega had a decently popular pinball division, which released 24 tables in Japan during the 70s. But pinball never became as popular in Japan as its very close cousin pachinko, and we are not here to talk about that today. Most of the time, when people reference Sega Pinball Division, they are talking about the mid-90s to late 90s, roughly 19 tables released during the continuance of the Data East Pinball Division, and prior to acquisition by Stern. This was a time of mixed reviews and success for Sega Pinball, which was often plagued by pop culture tables, which became quickly dated because of their themes, regardless of how good the game was. And also, a time where a few true flops were released. For example, the 1998 Matthew Broderick Godzilla table, which in my opinion, is one of the worst pinball tables ever made, and a perfect match for the worst Godzilla movie ever made.
So I guess your theory of the creature nesting turned out to be correct after all.
Today I will be reviewing the Baywatch Sega VPX version 1.0.2, table by VPX creator Kiwi, based on the classic Sega Pinball 1995 release designed by Joe Kaminkow and Joe Bailser. Now, I know there are more than a few viewers out there, right now, scratching their heads, and saying, why is DT reviewing this table, and you will have to wait until the end of the video for that answer. Sega Baywatch is, in my opinion, one of the best, second Sega Pinball era, games. As aforementioned, the theme may be dated, but you can clearly tell that the Sega team that was involved in creating this table took a great deal of time and effort to make sure that they nailed that theme, cleverly incorporating the lifeguard tower as a ball lock, including a shark fin-shaped mini flipper, Jaws-style shark music and chomping sound effects, as well as dolphin squeaks, buoy bells, and other nautical sound effects. The playfield flows well, and is full of rescue-themed targets and mini-objectives, and, of course, the eye candy which you might recognize from the popular 90s television show. As you play, the familiar and iconic Baywatch music cycles in the background. By theme alone, this table is on point and could not be more Baywatch. The video mode in this pinball table contains a humorous water skiing DMD minigame, where you jump ramps for big points, but need to avoid the sharks. In this side-by-side table comparison, you can see Kiwi has replicated all of the playfield elements and design well, including using brass-colored rails, although this VPX table is not up to today's standards with regards to lighting, shading, texturing and modeling etc. Kiwi has even colored the fourth flipper on the left, which I usually completely forget about, orange like the original table to match the lifeguard's rescue can, and yes, many owners have swapped the flippers out over the years for white flippers with red or blue rubber, but the original table came with black, so good on Kiwi. But let's face it, 99% of the time, this is what a real Sega Baywatch pinball table actually looks like in real life. And the real reason behind this review. The Baywatch pinball table in real life is plagued with mechanical and electrical issues, rail jams, ball trough issues, blown circuit boards, overheating, DMD and switch lag issues, you name it. And despite much efforts to find a working table in many arcades, in multiple cities around the world, the below video is 2 of the total 4 balls I have ever played on Baywatch in real life. The first draining down the middle, as I try to film the table, and the second getting trapped in the jackpot scoop near the shark targets, before the machine failed and had to be reset by the owner. And it is truths like this that make Kiwi's, seemingly unassuming, VPX table, the ultimate argument for visual pinball. Many viewers may have noticed in my previous videos, that I make comments like, the plastics will never break, or, the stickers will never peel or fade. It is because I absolutely, deeply feel, that VPX creators are digitally preserving these pinball masterpieces for the future. And anyone that truly loves pinball, even manufacturers and purists, could never argue against that. No one, in the year 2500, is going to be playing a real-life solid-state electronic version of a 1986 Williams Pinbot machine, so does that mean that this amazing game should be lost to time? For scoring, out of the box, I would give Sega Baywatch an 8 out of 10, -4, for not being up to the graphical standards of today's modern tables, and a somewhat lackluster desktop background. Plus 3.5, for never being out of order. I give this table a 7.5. Enjoy.